So joining me now to discuss the state of Iraq is Dr. Mowaffak al Rubaie. He is Iraq's former national security advisor. Thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Tell us right now, what is the problem here? What is preventing the formation of a government that can at least begin to tackle the many challenges that the government is facing?
Well, the politics in Iraq is very, very complicated. But at least he succeeded, the Prime Minister succeeded in getting 16 ministers approved. Now what's left is the other eight ministers. The second batch of ministers, which is 6, they are the non-security ministers. Okay. He's going to present this to the parliament in the next few weeks. And I think they will go through.
Okay.
So he will get the majority of his ministers approved by the parliament by probably in the next few weeks. The Minister of Defense and Minister of Interior are going to be a difficult one because it's a reflection of the community and the sectarian divide in the country.
Right.
The Ministry of Defense need to be, he need to appoint a Sunni from the Sunni community. But the Sunni community is divided. They're not unified behind one candidate. Also the Shia community, which is he need to fill the Ministry of Interior, also they are divided and they're not unified behind one candidate. So these are two issues. The issues is of a sectarian rather than a failure on the government behalf.
Okay. And I mean, it should be noted that Iraq has gone for stretches of time without a fully formed government before, and it does continue to function. But let me ask you, is there a structural problem here? I mean, would Iraq perhaps work better under a presidential system, or is that trying to simplify something that's way too complex?
There is no shadow of doubt in my mind that Iraq will function much better under a presidential system. And we need to move to a presidential system, but we need to reform first and foremost the Constitution, because there are structural faults within the Constitution. It was built the Constitution was written in 2004 and 2005, approved in October 2005, and there were so many problems with the Constitution, overlapping mistakes, something wrongs here, the structural fault within the Constitution. And to reform the Constitution, you need to get a consensus of the country. You need to get 2/3 of the parliament. You need to get a referendum approving that reform. So there are a lot of problems within moving from the parliamentary system to a presidential system. But I think we are on the right. Iraq is on the mend. We are on the right track. There is a very general, what is the word, consensus among ordinary people and some of the politicians as well. They realize that parliamentary system is not for Iraq.
Okay, but is Iraq on the mend? Because many have said that too much focus has been on the very obvious security issues, which are obviously a priority and need to be for the basic protection of the Iraqi people. But that has come at the cost of reconstruction. And Iraq continues to fall behind. Basra suffered massive protests that still, they may have calmed down for the time being, but those issues have not been resolved. There is a total lack of service delivery, as well as a lack of employment for millions of young people that some still feel is a ticking time bomb.
I can't agree more. There's no doubt that we need to move from the security page to the reconstruction page. And we need to stimulate the local economies and create jobs to people. We need to focus on housing, on health, on education. We need to move on to at least to get our people behind the way forward for Iraq to stay together as a united, strong country, led by a strong leader, so that we will move forward. And also the best insurance policy for the regional stability as well and prosperity of the whole region is a strong, united Iraq.
Sure. But I think one of the issues is that that strong leader you're talking about is associated with a strong man that is sometimes reminiscent of men like Saddam Hussein, which...
Well, we forgot about that.
Really?
That's gone with the wind. That will never come back.
Okay.
Because we have constitution and we have a check and balances in our system.
Okay. Mowaffak al Rubaie, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank
we
you for
appreciate
having
it.
me, Ma.